I am there for the player. I'm the player's eyes. I am the player's mind because he can't see all the ways, but I'm playing with him. So when I mess up, I'm messing up the entire game.
Ritah Asiimwe, a Ugandan Paralympian in Para-Badminton and a BWF line judge.
You know, when you call foul and the player turns and looks at you and is like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, okay. But I had to stick to my point.
Ritah balanced pregnancy with professional sports, competing in major tournaments while 2 months pregnant.
Remember, I played the World Championship. I was 2 months pregnant. I played Dubai. I played Egypt. Then I was 2 months pregnant, you know?
Hey everyone, Jamie here. Welcome to Flame Bearers Unedited, a brand new series bringing to you largely unedited conversation. We heard you loud and clear. You want to hear more stories of more elite women athletes from around the world. So we're going to deliver. In Unedited, we're going to bring you completely unfiltered conversations. We hit start, we have our conversation, we hit end. What we're going to see, though, is slightly different because we're not going to have all the traditional bells and whistles that you're used to in Flame Bearers production. So let's jump in.
Asiimwe Ritah, Paralympian from Uganda. So I do para-badminton.
And Ritah, for those who haven't heard your previous Flame Bearers episode, how did you get into badminton?
I joined badminton in 2018. I officially started playing in 2019 as a national player. So since 2019 to date, I'm still a very intact player.
Ritah, catch us up to speed. I know that there's been a lot of exciting updates and changes in your life since the last time we spoke.
Yes. The last time we talked, that was after Paralympics, and I was chasing the second Paralympics in Paris, which I did not qualify for. It wasn't because of my grading, but I think they decided to take 2 athletes from the continent who are from Nigeria. It was just a mixed double that was chosen, and that was it. So maybe 2028, we strive on that.
Ritah, I want to understand this part because that's really challenging. Why did they only take 2 athletes from all of Africa? And what was that like for you? Because I know you were working really hard.
It was quite a disappointment, but I think we didn't work up to their expectations because they were supposed to pick the best from the best 8. So you had to be among the best 80 in the world to go, to qualify on melt. So the ones they took, it was also on quota. That's what they say. So the rest, we have no idea how they do the calculations.
Really? The athletes themselves don't know.
No, what we knew is not what we got. So we can't say this is what was supposed to be done and they did this because we are not part of the committee. So you do not know how they do the choosing. You understand me? So It wasn't only us in Uganda expecting to go. Egypt had other athletes. We expected at least probably 10 to 12 players from the continent, but it didn't happen that way. So.
And they said selected 2.
Yeah, and I think that those were their best.
That's really frustrating. That's
it
really,
is. Yeah, it is. It is, and many of my fellow athletes, I think it was so disappointing to them.
Absolutely. What advice would you give for athletes who are coping with disappointment? With, in that process right now, what would you say to them?
After that, with the little bit we've taken, you have to go back and think about what next and what was your purpose of the game. Was it all about qualifying for Paris, or you still have a future for the game? So if you think through it in your mind and you feel like, it wasn't all about Paris and life still goes on, then you kill the disappointment and push ahead.
So share with us how you are killing the disappointment and pushing ahead. What does that look like for you?
With me, I had seen it earlier, actually. That's the truth. Because when we started calculating and then we read the notice and the notes were not matching our things, I was like, no, I think they are still going to take 2 on the continent and not the 8 as it is said. So I was like, okay, I had to make a calculation. That's when he comes through. So I was like, I'm not going to waste my year, yet I have other 4 years to chase. So I kill one, take care of him, and then we have 3 years to chase.
I know we're not going to focus on this. Can you introduce this? Who is this little one here?
This is Ritah Asiimwe. He's just made 6 now. The future.
Yes, welcome. And I know you've been refereeing, a fair bit, right? Tell us about that. How cool.
You're right. The last time we did, I was doing the dual career course. So I decided to pick on the line judging. Since I don't need a lot of time on court with line judging, I have to do other things. Line judging comes in once in a while, so you have other things to focus on. So I looked at it and I was like, okay, after the birth, that what if the body does not work as I expect? What happens? And then we're also looking at financials. Line judging is a paying job, if you reach the level they need it. You get it? Even just the previous I did, yes, the country may not have given a big amount, but at least it was paying, So that's what we are looking at. Yeah, I'm still on the training and going ahead, but it's promising. So I'm looking at life after being an active athlete. What next? So that is what we call the dual career. So I did the course, I am to the practice now, and I'm still an athlete as well. So
you mentioned fears about your body reacting after birth. What has that been for you?
Right now, looking at it, I didn't expect to be a cesarean mom, but which happened. So after that, I'm like, there's a lot that goes on. My mind is okay, you get it? But I'm not sure of what the body. So after training, which I'm yet to resume, I'll see what happens. You get it? So that's what I'm looking at. So if it doesn't work as good as I expect, then I think I'll have to resume to line judging, which is the technical officiating under that, which I'm looking at right now.
Last time we spoke, you were talking about a lot of the discrimination that you have faced when looking for jobs outside of para-badminton. How has that been in the line judge space? Has that been okay for you?
Yeah, it is. The last time we talked, I still said it was about your mindset and how you present yourself with the rest of the group, because no one is going to look for you from your home or from your hideout. You get it? So you put yourself out there and the world will be ready to welcome you. So what happened with the line judging? It was an application which I did in the December to go and line judge during the HSBC World Tour Finals. So Badminton World Federation put up a post for para athletes to join. So I jumped on the wheelbarrow and then I was given the chance. So I went to China. I did it for the 10 days and then came back. And now I'm progressing with it.
Tell us about that experience. You were the athlete competing in the Paralympics. Now you're line judging. What was that like for you?
Very great experience. Full of fear as well, because I line judged the top 8 players in the world. It's very scary. My very first day online was scary. The truth is that the first day, when you call foul and the player turns and looks at you and is like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, okay. But I had to stick to my point. So I think that was a very great experience that is not pushing back. So we're coming back here on the land and I do the same thing. I feel like I am revising what I have to do and it's going great for me. And from the compliment my other colleagues gave me, I'm really doing great.
I don't doubt it. I'm sure you're absolutely killing it, Ritah. What skills have you learned from line judging? You just mentioned sticking to your guns that apply to, your life outside of para-badminton.
You have to be a very fast thinker and react very fast. That means you have to have, the ability to take a determination. You have to determine on that and make a decisive, effective answer. Because if you say on and it's answered, and you have to stick to what you saw. So patience, decisive, quick thinking, quick reaction, reflex, you have to be physically and mentally okay to be there. So if you start thinking outside what you're doing right there, you mess up. So you have to stick there. Your mind has to be on the line because every point matters to a player. He plays it like it is the last point. It is the winning point. So you mess up the game.
Well, I'm sure your experience as an elite para-badminton player makes you a better line judge.
I am. It is actually. It is really giving me a great experience, because using the tactics in the following the shuttle, you have to be very fast and focused. So I think I'm using the playing tactic into the decision making. You have to watch the shuttle. So that means your mind has to be very fast.
Share what you're up to now. So since returning from China, what does a day look like in your life?
It's hectic. I'm still working with Fly Express guys, being a guide on stage. I'm needed on stage by at least latest 7. It takes me about 45 minutes to get to my workplace. That's in a taxi. Right now I have to be up by 4:30, prepare the little guy, prepare myself, and hit up for the day. Retire from work at 9 p.m. Yes, and I think I'm home by 11:30. If there's jam by midnight, you're still on the road going home. So it's really hectic, but I'm okay with it.
Okay.
And
you work 5 days a week?
6 days a week.
Ritah, how do you stay sane in that? How do you make time for you, and how do you stay grounded? Because that is a very arduous schedule.
I think I just have a strong mind. Like nothing draws me down. So I go with my boy, I work with him, So with him close to me, I'm settled and I'm doing my job. I think it's the mindset. You have to be strong in the mind.
If I'm listening to this and I'm saying, I want to be strong in the mind, like I want to have that strength like you, what would you say for people who are really struggling?
I think they should take me whole, because I'm the true definition of struggling. You get it? The thing is, I'm not financially stable, so I have to work hard to make sure that I have the finances on me, because I have to take care of this guy and I have to take care of myself. I have games to hold on to. I need to train and all that. So you have to keep yourself sane if you're to do anything right and not complain anyway. Yeah, you just have to love you and love your life, and that's how it goes.
What are the tips you have for loving yourself? This is something, honestly, I really struggle with. When I get angry, I get sad. So what are the tips when you're like, no, Ritah, remember whatever it is?
Everyone is made different, because the truth is I also get angry. I fight with people, but I think I'm this person who lets anger so fast. Like I don't keep anything anything negative. You get it? I talk about it there and then, and that's it. Because if you keep it, it hurts you instead. So you end up messing up with the rest of the life. So if you feel it's not going to work for you, leave it aside, do what works for you and go ahead. That's what I can say. Don't stick to negatives. Not everything will work out as you expect, but then don't stick to something that has not worked out.
You talked about working towards LA. You've shared a bit about your story where you are now.
And actually, I think I should tell them I'm a single mom right now, so I take care of this baby by single-handedly. So nothing is breaking me down yet. Yeah.
I don't know how you do that. I literally don't know how you do that.
I also don't know how, but I find myself there. I just have to have faith and believe I'll work it out. So it does.
For people who are listening who want to be supportive of you, what can they do?
I think we should share a link like initially. We just have to do a new link, because the truth is I really need the support. I need to start training. I need to go back to normal life, without hesitation. Because if I'm to do this, it is not now for me. I'm doing it for the rest of the people out there.
I know you shared some of this in our last conversation. For people who haven't heard that, talk to us about how essentially you have to cover the cost of everything. So you like training, it sounds like, I don't know if that's still true, you are responsible for covering everything. Is that
everything? There are few tournaments that the government will cover. If they cover, they will still cover half of it, and half of it has to be met by you. So, and most times, maybe if the BWF covered a little, but if they don't, you don't expect to go anywhere.
Yes. I think that's a really important distinction. Athletes in other countries have significantly more support.
I think you'll find a country will maybe part with half and maybe you have part with a quarter, but here, if you don't have funds, then you're done with the game.
We'll absolutely share a link for anyone who would like to support As we look to the future, what are your hopes?
I'm looking at, of course, completing with the line judging up to the BWF level. That's my target. And I also want to encourage my people back home and everyone watching. Line judging is a paying job. So most of my people in Africa don't see it as something important or should be looked at with, because back here, it is most of it, they've been doing it voluntarily and all that. You work and you're not paid enough, After spending the whole day, you've left the other work aside. You get it? So it doesn't pay. It may be for short days, but you're putting in all the time actually. Because for example, this time, you have to be at the arena by 7. So that means I leave my home by 5 to beat the jam and all that. You get it? So meaning I have to pay the guy that is going to help me with the baby. All those costs are on me. That's why you don't see many people joining line judging. They think it's not. And I'm thanking BWF for putting this forward to make sure it works for the world. You get it? Work towards it, and then after you get paid. Yeah, but we need to work higher for it. Like I am there for the player. I'm the player's eyes. I am the player's mind because he can't see all the ways, but I'm playing with him. So when I mess up, stop messing up the entire game. These are games that have high pay prizes, I think my colleagues have to learn to take it on, and it is a very highly paying job out there if you qualify for it.
Let's go. Oh my goodness. I can only imagine the players being really excited when they see you are their line judge.
I think they will learn they'll pick something. Because I think this time I was only the one there. Even when we went to only 2 para athletes, the one from India and me. In here, this time, I think I'm the para athlete that is joining like judging. I was alone there. So there's that inclusion that people are trying to pick up and learn that it is okay. So the rest will come and join, I know.
As we look towards LA, what does that training look like for you?
Yeah, there are 3 years to LA. They will start the qualifications in 2027. So I practically have this year and then next year for games. So this year should be for training and then next year hit the games. So I need to be prepared beginning January 2026.
You got this. We're cheering you on every step of the way, Ritah.
Thank you.
We like to end with kind of 2 questions. The first is advice to your younger self. So let's say younger Ritah is sitting next to you. What would you say to her?
Younger me, I would say we started very late. So we should always pick on very fast because right now it seems like I'm chasing time. And I've missed a lot with the back. If I had known this earlier, if I'd joined earlier, probably things would be different. But I still thank God that I'm doing it, and probably this was the right timing for God.
When you say join late, you mean para-badminton in particular?
Yeah, para-badminton and all that, and maybe the game. Yeah, because I think I took too long to join games during the eating session and all that. I think I took too many years not deciding on exactly what to do. Still fitting myself a bit, I think. Trying to find out what to do, and no one knows what I can do yet. And I'm grateful I found out para-badminton. At least I'm living a life now.
Ritah, you just mentioned something I would love to follow up on. Okay. You said you pitied yourself.
I should say because then, in the time of choosing what game to join, and then in the time of I cannot move without a jacket on me, I cannot, I still had that fear in me, that little. Yes, we cannot say I didn't pity myself. I'm this straight person and I've been everywhere, but the truth is inside of you, it will always be there. I'm not saying I spent a lot of time pitying. No. I was doing other things because I joined the university and then I joined the working life. Only that I did not find the right game to join early.
I'm still looking for I think I found it, but I feel like everyone is always, I feel like I'm going to be 70 years old and be like, what am I looking for? From my perspective, you're killing it.
When I was looking at netball, running and all that, and I didn't find anything right to do then, but I feel I'm in the right game now. So I think I took long, and the young me we should be upright and do things not hesitatingly.
Thank you for sharing that. Final question, Ritah, is What one action do you want people to take after hearing your story? What do you want them to do?
Get back into the right sand new and do what you're supposed to do. No one is going to do what you have to do. No one is going to do what you're supposed to do. That's the truth. Whether you skip it or not, it will always catch up with you. So hit the road, start there. Start what you have to do. Start then. Start right then. Don't wait.
You've answered everything. Is there anything that you feel like you want to discuss that we haven't talked about?
I would want to tell athletes out there that are scared, it's okay to be pregnant and play. It's okay to be pregnant and show on court. It's okay to be pregnant and run. Do exercise as normal. Maintain your routine. That's what I did. And it was okay with me. Remember, I played the World Championship. I was 2 months pregnant. I played Dubai. I played Egypt. I was 2 months pregnant, I continued with my home leagues up to 6 months. I did not play Uganda International because I was due. It was in July and I was giving birth in August. So I didn't want anything to interfere that wasn't necessary. Every female athlete should not hide their life because they are pregnant. It is okay and it feels great.
Did you feel like that there was pressure to stop? Or did you feel like there was
people pressuring me?
Yeah.
They didn't even know. They did not know until I was around 7 months pregnant. So there was nothing to pressure about or anything. Anyway, I always have my personal decisions to make. So it doesn't matter with what you tell me. It is me to make a decision. I'll listen to you, yes, but it will still be about me to make the decision. You get it? Yeah. Like right now, many are like, Ritah, yes, Caesar, we don't expect you to be going back to games. No, it is about me, my body, my mindset. If the body says no, then I'll listen. If my mind says no, then I'll listen. But an outsider, you're okay to give me your advice, but I'll not pick it on.
Yes, I love this. This is exactly the attitude I want to harness. I think so many people need to harness.
People need to learn to live their private and noble life. The public is there to talk and advise you on anything, but what is your mind settled onto? What do you want? What are you chasing? What's your goal? You get it?
Thanks for tuning in to Flame Bearers Unedited. If you like what you're hearing, please leave us a positive review on your favorite podcasting platform or YouTube. If you want to see more behind the scenes coverage, follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, whatever platform you're on, we're there too. Thanks, and we'll catch you on our next episode.